have the weapons. We need soldiers.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had an amazing night last night. I know we had fun ringing in the new year on Air and Action RPG on Twitch. I'm so excited about 2025 and I just wanted to start this video by saying truly Happy New Year. Now for this video, there is a game that I've been following for years, literally 3 or 4 years. I know the developers, and this is Carbon, a brand new isometric action RPG, but it leans into the sci-fi instead of the fantasy. On their Steam page, Carbon is an action RPG set in the cyberpunk biopunk world. Create your path to power through 18 unique themed specializations in the passive skill tree. Carbon is developed by a team of industry veterans and ARPG enthusiasts who have long felt that the sci-fi theme was underrepresented in this genre. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of the playtest. Now, what you're actually seeing on screen right now is my gameplay. So I beat the entire demo. It took me about 23 minutes, and that was with exploring and bouncing around. Obviously, this is pre-alpha gameplay, so just kind of keep that in mind. And while I was playing this, I gotta tell you, I was having a lot of fun. I do play a ton of fantasy action RPG, and there right isn't a lot of sci-fi themes. I think it is definitely a weak point in the genre. And Carbon has a lot going for it. It is standard point and click. It's got decent character customization, which I will show you in a little bit. Combat feels good as far as impact when you are actually fighting enemies. It seems like there's a lot of different weapons and ways to attack, whether you want to go melee or whether you want to go ranged. It felt like a pretty fun, decent playtest, at least for pre-alpha. And it ends with like this big boss walking through the door, and you're thinking, oh man, I get to challenge this boss after beating 6 waves. And then it's thank you for playing the playtest. But all in all, it feels pretty good. Let me actually show you some in-game combat with me playing it. All right, we are in. This is Carbon. And then literally just starting, we are level 10. That's what the demo starts you at. And pretty simple, you run around and you can use melee weapons or ranged weapons and you tear up enemies. Now, character customization is what I really want to focus on because that's what I care about a lot. If you hit P here, here is your actual passive tree where you can upgrade your character. And in here, you will see that one takes you into more damage, one takes you into survivability, boosts your spenders, you could boost your overall life, you could boost generators, you could boost evasion. So you have different things. Including on here, it shows a turret, which I find very interesting to see what is going to be possible with these characters in the future. So this is the passive tree. Now, something else that they don't really explore in the demo is you also have implants. And when you put on a piece of gear, sometimes it says like +1 to head implant. And then this little box would unlock, and then I'm sure you could socket something in there. So you actually have all of these implants. You have this passive tree, you have your gear, and there's actually a lot of slots on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different inventory slots where you can throw stuff on. And obviously every single item, they did a really good job matching the artwork. I love this. If you see what the item actually looks like in the 2D tooltip, it matches almost perfectly on your character. And then obviously that transfers to in-game. I love little details like that. There's a lot of games that don't get that right. Now, there's something else later in the demo. I literally unlocked it almost towards the end. And that is these little points up here. Unlocks at level 18, unlocks at 14, 30, and 24. And this is basically a way to actually spec into your skill. So if you are using a certain skill, if I understand this correctly, it's almost kind of like Last Epoch, how the skill has its own skill tree. That's what it reminds me of the most. But as you unlock it, you'll actually find the skill. You could socket the skill into your passive tree, and it unlocks another tree for that. I've already done it. I'll rip a little bit of the gameplay. and throw that on screen so you could see what that looks like. But yeah, that's the character customization aspects, at least in the demo. And we will go into precision right now. And then ultimately you run around, you kill the enemies. The enemies aren't very inspiring. But then again, you know, this is pre-alpha. At time of recording, this is pre-alpha 057 or 0517. Pick up your items. Really interesting too. A lot of the items are unidentified. It doesn't cost any scrolls or anything. You just right click on it and bam, now we've got our helmet on. Standard point and click. Left click, you could assign to whatever you want. We have it assigned to just move. Let's throw on another weapon. This is my favorite weapon. Which one is this? The laser carbine. One thing I noticed too right off the bat, no map overlay. I'm guessing it'll come later because you have a mini map over here. So now we're moving over to my pre-recorded content, and I want to show you some combat at the end of the demo so you see what a more leveled character looks like, and I'm going to show you that skill tree. So here's the standard tree that we have already looked at, and bam. So like I said, kind of like last epoch, this is the skill tree for explosive rounds, something that I was using. And you'll see on here, there's a lot of question marks because it's not done yet, but this is going to be what's available inside of Carbon. The passive tree, the skill tree, your gear, and your implants, and who knows what else. But this looks very, very cool. I love this. So let's let it play for a little bit. So you got to beat 6 rounds. We have our shield up. You'll see how quick I shoot. Got our dodge roll. Just tearing people up. Very intense music as well. Very intense music. I think I get beat up on this wave a little bit. Threw my shield on. See that? I'm not taking any damage.
You're doing great. Not that many left.
I'm doing great. So I don't want this video to be insanely long. Again, the demo only took me 23 minutes to beat, but ultimately that is Carbon. And I enjoyed every second of the demo. Obviously, this being pre-alpha, I'm sure they're going to work on a lot of things as we move towards early access. But for an up-and-comer in the sci-fi genre for action RPGs, I've been following this game for 3 or 4 years, and I'm going to continue to follow it and play it as it updates. So far in the indie ARPG, 2 big thumbs up. But of course, I want to know your opinion. From what you saw today, do you think this game has promise? Could you see yourself playing it in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I've earned it. And if I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. Check out the Discord, approaching 4,500 members. We do a game giveaway every 2 weeks. It's a great place to hang out if you love all things action RPG. And the best way to support is Patreon. I just recently posted my new studio tour. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.